Yo, it is Gaming back with another episode of the Chicago White Sox franchise. If you weren't here for the last episode, we did finish the last season. Where we had probably, in my opinion, our most disappointing season. We didn't have the worst record out of all the years so far, but we did do worse than I think we should have. Hopefully this year we can fix that. We got some big moves that we're going to be making this offseason to really try to push this team to the next level, pitching wise and offensive wise. To get this episode started, I want to make a trade, and we're going to be going to the Los Angeles Angels, who are sellers because they always are. And you can see they don't got much going for them. So we're gonna get Trout. No, I'm playing. We're gonna get Reed Detmers. He hasn't quite put it together yet in his career, but look at those per nines. It's on his last year. He does good. Cool. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And in order to do this trade, we're gonna be trading Grant Taylor, 75 overall pitching prospect, and we are going to be trading a bullpen prospect in Danny Robert. Good bullpen arm, only 20 years old, so has a lot of potential in front of him. So they're going to be getting a good return in a pitcher that they could start right now, and a bullpen arm that in a year or so could be a big bullpen arm for them. That's going to be our first trade. Our second trade we talked about in the last episode, we are going to the Cincinnati Reds. We're going to the right field, and we are going to trade for Spencer Steer. I think this is a great trade that we're going to be making with him only having 2 years of team control. It makes sense, and him coming off a bad year, it makes sense for them to hop on his value now. In order to get this trade up, we are giving away another pitching prospect. We're kind of selling our pitching farm, but at the same time we're not, because look at the control we have left for the pitchers. We're not trading. But we're going to give up 10 Hence, who we traded for from the Cardinals back in Season 1. He's developed fine, but just not quite fast enough for us, and he is on his last minor league option. So they're going to get him, and then we're going to go, and we're going to give them Herrera, who they do need. They are looking for backup catching. And just to make it more realistic, because I feel like that wouldn't be the trade in real life, we're going to go throw Gavin Sheets on there for that trade as well. And we now have Spencer Steer, who we're actually going to be moving to second base. This is overall by 1. Just curious, 15 million, not that much. With him in the lineup, he obviously is going to be taking Peguero's position. Peguero will be coming off the bench this season. Think about Spencer Steers. Peguero's playing good, someone else playing bad. He has so much versatility, he can play anywhere. He's going to be batting in the 3-hole. Actually, we could have him bat in the 2-hole. His clutch is really good. So we'll have him bat in 3-hole. And then, once again, we're going to have him bat in the 3-hole versus lefties as well, where he really strives against his lefties. Player we're just hoping to really be that last offensive piece we need. Roger coming off a huge year. Hopefully he can be the cleanup man. And I think, this is an offense that can get it done. I'm hoping at least. But that reminds me, versus lefties. Harry Ford. He's getting the starts versus lefties. Do a little platoon action. But obviously, now that we don't have whatever his name, Gavin Sheets, whatever his name, that sounds so mean. Now that we don't have Gavin Sheets, we will need another outfielder. So we are gonna go in free agent, and we're gonna go after Dylan Carlson. Okay, hear me out. He's a bench bat, yes. To start off, coming off 3 really solid seasons where he played over 120 games each season. Career on base over 340. He's a Gold Glove contender every time you put him on the field. We will have him only starting versus righties start off, but as you can see, he has a potential. So if someone's struggling in the outfield, he gets that spot. And he's fast enough to play anywhere in the outfield, only 28 years old. I think 2 years for 10.5 mil each. I think that's a fair deal. Jazz Chisholm to the Astros. That's painful. Brayu. Spencer, there was our trade. Evan Phillips to the Phillies. Okay. To your right. Okay. Okay. Yankees offer us a trade. And that's a second baseman. Second base prospect. We don't need him. It's not necessary. Looks like Dylan Carlson did sign. We are still missing a lefty. But I know what lefty I want. We're going to go to a previous team that we, I believe, have traded with before. In the Marlins. And they're in a weird spot right now. Really weird spot. They got good players, they got bad players. They're kind of all over the place. But I gave them to Toussaint, who actually played pretty good for them last year. When we, who did we trade for on their team? I can't remember who it was now. I'm not sure. But anyway, our brothers. Cabernines looks solid. He's coming off a year. Got a lot of years of team control. Well, a few years of team control. Dang, we can give that to him straight up and they take it. That's crazy. I don't feel like that doesn't feel very realistic. Catching, pitching. I want to keep Garcia. Believe it or not, I want to keep him. Maybe this first baseman. Trade up? Okay. Gonna be our next lefty. 69 overall is worrying, but his K per 9s look good. And I have faith in his K per 9s. Alright, let's see who was released and not signed. waiting for some depth. Bring you in for some depth. Yeah. 1 mil, I feel that's fair. I try to bring in some depth pieces every year. And players that would actually make sense to be depth pieces, you know, not players that are just old, coming off solid years, players that actually make sense as depth pieces. Like this guy, bring him in for some depth. We'll offer you 2 mil, you take it, cool, you don't, you don't. Terrible stats. Yeah, we'll sign you for some depth. You can also play the outfield. Yeah, he looks similar to Dominic Fletcher. They released him right after trading him. That's interesting. That is interesting to say the least. This was a name we looked at last year. We didn't get him. We have the opportunity to get him now, but would it make sense to get him? I don't think it would. We got our infielders, we got our outfielders. I don't think that makes very much sense to trade for him. I mean, not trade for him, to sign him. So I don't think we'll be signing him. But it also wouldn't make sense to have him as depth. He's 30 years old. He's had good years in the well, he's had all right years. But there's a team out there who will want that. Alright. Nickel Horner to the Rocky. Do they not still have, what's his name? They got some catchers, don't they? They still do have Cal Raleigh. I guess Kirk has been better, but weird. Years, 2 years. Okay. 7th overall pick. Been top 10 overall pick so far every season. And we're saying 7th, which I feel is fine. We'll see if there's anyone in the World 5 draft that we might want. Interesting. I do like the look of him, but I don't think we'll really have a spot for him. can't send him down because he's a Rule 5. Player we had that we traded, yep. That's right. Just progresses so slow and he's too old, man. Yeah, I don't think we'll be picking anyone up here. Mariners. Crochet to the Yankees, 5-year deal. That's tough. Tristan McKenzie is someone I did think about going after, but I knew that we needed a lefty, so I decided not to do that. Almost accidentally sent the wrong dude down. You signed on the catcher for some depth. I'm so excited to see how Sharp develops. Honestly, should we call him up instead of Matthew? That's a hard choice. Let's see what position Matthew plays. Oh, he's not even playing versus lefties. We have Earl can play the infield. Lindez and Carlson can play the outfield. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. I'm gonna send him down. How much does he want? That's ridiculous. You have not put up numbers for that money. Casey Mize. This will be his 3rd year on the team. See, I want to re-sign him now. But at the same time, I don't know if he's going to do good. And if he doesn't, I don't want to sign him in a contract and him not do good. But he could go up price-wise if we don't. Not going above 9. But no option. Okay. Yes, we need to re-sign him. Go ahead, just do 6 years? 5 years? Really excited for him. We're gonna have him start in the minors, but I really excited for him with what he showed that he can do in the majors. We are now a top 10 team. Hopefully we live up to that top 10 team. 5th in pitching, 8th in defense, 5th in speed, 6th in contact, 11th in power. So overall, we're just one of the best teams, and we should get this division easily. So our defense is good. Solid, 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 solid. Really good, really good. This one I'm afraid of. He's gonna be like that the whole year. Good, you know, really good. Alright, and like good, you know, and I think what most likely is gonna happen is if, you know, Connor Joe falls off the end of the earth and Sharp isn't ready, we'll probably move. We could move Steer to first. Is an option. But I think this is a really fair looking lineup. I don't think it's overpowered by righties or lefties. I think it's very, very, overall very good. Per se, White Sox, rest of his career, when I gave him that extension. Then we got Stefan, Cabrera, Barlow, Weathers, Camilo Duvall, and Holderman. Out of all these players, the only one that started on the team was Joe Barlow, Michael Kopech, and all these pitchers. I think Drew was part of the team to start off. The rest of the MRO trade pieces and stuff. If I could have any pitcher out of this bunch do really good this year, I really want it to be Andrew Painter, who takes the big step. Hitting wise, I think the big step I want to see taken is by Luis Robert. Um, I think his best season so far was the second one, honestly. If he can put up more seasons like the second one, I will gladly pay him the money he wants. But, supposed to be a franchise player, bro, you have not been putting up franchise numbers. But yeah, that's gonna end the episode here. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought of my trades. Tell me if you thought they were super unrealistic. Tell me if you think, well, that's a bit of a stretch, but I could see it. You know, tell me what you think they would have done in the off season like that. Just tell me what you think, you know? Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Still really got a really good budget. Only 2 players making over 10 mil this year. 3 players making 10 mil or more this year. Multiple players signed for a few years. And yeah, it's looking good. So make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and peace out.